the latest 2023 sci-fi action film. The creator has officially arrived, and it's an absolutely touching sci-fi blockbuster. Sci-fi fans should not miss this. Since the AI was created by Nomad, it has continuously optimized to serve humanity and become a loyal companion to all humans. AI can help with cooking, housekeeping, driving, and even maintaining peace. But one day, AI went out of control and dropped a nuclear bomb in Los Angeles, burning nearly 1 million people to ashes. The US deemed AI a threat to human survival and banned it. However, the countries of New Asia did not believe their AI would go rogue, so they continued to develop and use AI. They stated they were not enemies with New Asia, but with non-human AI worldwide. Any AI posing a threat must be eliminated. In 2065, in New Asia's Kanang, the US used the battleship Nomad, sending a combat team to hunt AI. A happy human couple was caressing the baby in the woman's belly. However, the noise outside shattered this peace. Maya looked out to see the soldiers' infiltration had been discovered. Their robot family member caught an intruder. They showed no mercy to the enemy, using their fists to interrogate his movements. Upon learning more enemies were approaching, Joshua, deeply bonded with the robot, told it to leave first, promising he and his wife would follow. After the robot left, Joshua told his wife to go upstairs and pack. He needed to deal with the soldier.
What the hell are you doing here? You're gonna blow my cover. You were gonna give me more time.
Joshua was actually an undercover agent sent by the US. Having lost an arm in combat, eliminating AI was on his mission list, but this raid disrupted his plans. He immediately used his walkie-talkie to cancel the raid. Suddenly, his wife appeared. He hadn't told her he was an undercover agent, causing a conflict. Maya believed the robots were family and shouldn't be abandoned, but to Joshua, they weren't human. I am your family, and the child in your belly is our family. Maya walked away, and Joshua was stopped by soldiers and separated from his wife. Breaking free, Joshua ran after his wife, but she had already sailed away, never to be seen again. When Joshua woke up, the explosion shockwave had wiped out most of his memory, only recalling losing his wife and child. Feeling little sorrow for their deaths, but seeing familiar faces and flashbacks in his mind brought tears to his eyes. Near the Los Angeles blast site, radiation still lingered, surrounded by anti-radiation walls. Joshua was assigned to clean up remaining AI in the crater. Suddenly, a robot woke up, repeatedly asking where the child named Amy was, saying she needed his help. Joshua cut the data line, stopping its operation. The human it mentioned had long turned to ashes. His female colleague had never seen such a human-like robot and was terrified. They threw all the robot remains into a shredder for final destruction. Due to pressure from the Nomad stationed in New Asia, AI in Nomad's lab was developing a superweapon to destroy Nomad. Named Alfie, the general found Joshua and assigned him to Nomad's lab to stop the weapon's development. If the Nomad battleship were destroyed, humanity would face extinction. Joshua was reluctant. Having lost his family in a previous mission, the general showed a projection of Joshua's wife, implying she might be alive. The general promised to bring her back if Joshua completed the mission, or she would die if he refused. Clinging to a shred of hope, Joshua decided to join the mission, regardless of its truth. The next day, they started the mission, find the lethal weapon Alfie and use Nomad's missiles to destroy it. The team arrived at the destination and began the operation, leaving one person on watch while the others attacked Nomad's lab. The station soldier was captured by local AI police, secretly launched missiles buying time. And more AI arrived, plunging soldiers into fierce battle. Joshua stayed to complete the mission while the rest went to provide support. A huge door opened, and Joshua walked in to find a small Alfie robot, which was the superweapon Alfie. No one expected the weapon to be an Alfie. She ran to the ground to avoid danger. As Nomad had only 1 minute left to launch a missile, this meant the area would be destroyed, and anyone who didn't leave would die. Joshua desperately searched for his wife but couldn't find her. The remaining team members decided to retreat to survive, but a missile hit one of the soldiers. She successfully boarded a helicopter, only to find the bomb after takeoff. Joshua, sensing something was wrong on the ground, saw a missile heading straight for Nomad's lab. He ran quickly to avoid it but was caught in the explosion shockwave again. Even though the lab was destroyed, the mission failed. Fortunately, he found cover and survived. Looking up to see enemies all around, he found an empty house to hide in. Inside the house, Alfie appeared as a weapon, but she didn't seem hostile. When the captain learned the weapon was an Alfie, He ordered Joshua to deal with her, but seeing such a cute weapon, Joshua couldn't bring himself to do it. Meanwhile, the AI army appeared, capturing the captain. An AI found Joshua, and they immediately fought, with Joshua piercing the AI's body with a shot. Seeing Alfie draw his wife's mark, Joshua showed her a photo of his wife, hoping she could help him find her. The noise attracted AI police, so Joshua quickly took Alfie to leave. Suddenly, a timed bomb was thrown over, but a dog grabbed it and tossed it towards the AI's ranks. Then, with a thought, Alfie started a car, and Joshua began his journey to find his wife. On the other side, the captured captain and team members seized an opportunity. Overpowering the AI police, the captain declared Joshua a fugitive for abandoning the mission. Accused of kidnapping Alfie, all checkpoints began searching for Joshua and Alfie. An inspector found Alfie suspicious and told her to remove her hat. Joshua, hiding inside, broke out in a cold sweat. Facing the persistent inspector, Alfie used her mind to shut down all nearby electronic devices, then started the car they were in. Alfie didn't say where his wife was but followed him in the search. Joshua kept seeing visions of his wife, but they were just hallucinations born of his longing. His memory resurfaced, revealing he was sent to gain Maya's trust, with her father possibly being Nirmata, the AI creator. Joshua's initial mission was to destroy AI, but he unexpectedly found love. Now, wanted posters of Joshua were everywhere, and a passerby reported him. Joshua and Alfie hid in an old friend's factory, capable of producing robots and mechanical helpers. He learned Alfie was the most advanced AI. With growth capabilities, she could eventually control electronic devices worldwide from any location. Joshua deduced his wife was with Nirmata, but Alfie's encrypted data wouldn't reveal their location. He remembered giving his wife a ring, not an ordinary one but a tracker. He planned to use it to find her, but AI police soon found him. The captain, seeing the display in a police car, learned the AI weapon's location, sparking a three-way battle for Alfie. The AI police reached Alfie first, ready to stun and take her when Joshua intervened. Starting a fierce fight, Joshua quickly took down the AI officer and prepared to leave with Alfie. Seeing his old friend holding an AI pained him. The captain, disguised, arrived but was too late. Using the ring's tracker, Joshua found his wife's location, an old seaside house. He found the ring there but not his wife. Now, there were two possibilities: she was dead or alive. Joshua chose to believe she was alive. Desperately, he asked Alfie for his wife's location. Seeing her in tears but unable to tell him, he quickly apologized. At the same time, AI officers attacked, and his old friend was unfortunately hit by the AI. Before he died, the old friend revealed a truth that couldn't be told. It turned out Nirmata wasn't Maya's father. Joshua's wife Maya was Nirmata. The AI creator was Joshua's wife. This couple didn't fully understand each other, one being the AI creator and the other an undercover agent. Maya was raised by AI, so she considered them her family and wouldn't allow them to be destroyed. Knowing the truth, Joshua took Alfie and left, but they were surrounded by a group of AI officers. Then his former AI friend came over and knocked Joshua out. Joshua woke up in a cage, learning from the robot that Alfie was created by Maya to prevent the AI's annihilation. The Los Angeles nuclear bomb was actually due to a human coding error, but it was blamed on AI. But none of this mattered to Joshua. He just wanted to see his wife one last time. The robots feared Joshua would bring disaster to Nirmata, planning to eliminate him. Suddenly, an attack from Nomad was coming. The robots were extremely distracted, and Alfie, moved by Joshua's words, let him go. He didn't leave but secretly followed the ship to the Weiyao base. Here, humans and AI coexisted peacefully, waiting for a savior to end the chaos. In the dead of night, Joshua quietly went to find Alfie. He set the robots to standby mode and took Alfie to find her mother. Unexpectedly, at dawn, the base was discovered. Multiple giant tanks attacked, destroying buildings. They scanned for high-threat ships, launching multiple missiles, turning the peaceful place into a battlefield. The AI had countermeasures, using highly destructive bombs embedded in the tanks. An AI monkey pressed a button, and the giant tank was destroyed. The target locked by the tank couldn't escape, and the AI machines were smashed to pieces. The commander ordered conscious AI bombs to run to their kind and detonate. Even if reluctant, the bombs had to follow orders. The AI bombs approached, impervious to bullets, followed by another one. Alfie appeared and stopped it. With her touch, the bomb paused. Suddenly, a soldier hit Alfie, and Joshua rushed to save her. Seeing the soldier about to harm Alfie, Joshua firmly took his stand. The bomb's countdown continued. and he hurriedly fled with Alfie. After the explosion, he successfully saved Alfie. After this event, the robots chose to trust Joshua, needing to take Alfie to Maya for treatment. One base was destroyed, with only 3 survivors. Under the captain's questioning, an AI robot revealed Alfie's whereabouts. Alfie's location was exposed again. Joshua learned from the robot that Alfie was a new form of life. She was not only AI but also contained Maya and Joshua's genes, being their child's AI version and the key to ending everything. After settling Alfie, Joshua felt anxious, finally able to see his wife. Joshua arrived at a golden building, hoping to see his wife there. He finally saw his wife, but she was lying on a bed, barely kept alive by a ventilator. It had been 5 years since the raid, and they had lost their human child. Seeing this, Joshua deeply regretted it. After the monk left, he couldn't control his emotions and hugged his daughter. Weeping bitterly, he held his wife's hand and apologized. "I'm sorry, can you forgive me? I promise I'll make it right." To end his wife's suffering, he turned off the equipment keeping her alive. If they had more understanding and trust, maybe his wife wouldn't have died. Before he could mourn, the enemy launched an attack to eliminate the AI there. As Joshua was about to leave, the captain blocked his way. His mission was to capture the creator alive. Even if Maya died, her consciousness had to be taken back. At this critical moment, a robot appeared, but it was surrounded by the captain's men. Seeing this, the robot put down its weapons. The captain relaxed his guard, and the robot immediately embedded a bomb in the captain in a life-for-life exchange. By the time the captain realized it, the bomb had been activated. He tried to remove it, and just as it was about to explode, Alfie paused the timer, but it was to no avail. Joshua took his wife's consciousness data and left with his daughter. Unexpectedly, they were ambushed as soon as they left, and his daughter was captured. A bomb was then dropped, destroying another AI base. The general ordered Joshua to euthanize Alfie with an electromagnetic pulse. He couldn't lose his daughter again. Joshua aimed the pulse at his daughter's forehead, saying something unknown. With one strike, his daughter showed no signs of life, confirming the weapon was disabled. She was to be sent to the blast site for incineration. Joshua requested to accompany his daughter until the tech department decrypted what Joshua said to her, which was not a shutdown standby command. It turned out Joshua had deceived everyone. He immediately instructed his daughter to shut down the vehicle, and Alfie used her mind to do so, causing a car accident. Joshua quickly escaped with his daughter. They arrived at the airport for the lunar colony but needed boarding passes, which Joshua didn't have. In a critical moment, his daughter took the initiative to swipe a card, securing the boarding passes. As the general pursued them, Joshua successfully boarded the plane with his daughter. The general ordered all flights to return immediately, but it was impossible. Alfie directly controlled the flight path, causing all control systems to fail. She directed the plane towards the Nomad. The general ordered all units to prevent her from boarding the Nomad, but they were too late. The plane had already docked with the Nomad. After all passengers disembarked, Joshua was nowhere to be found. As the team attacked, Joshua, hiding by the hatch, suddenly opened the door, causing team members to be sucked into space. Joshua took out a bomb to destroy the Nomad. The general ordered missiles to be launched at all AI bases without hesitation. The two had to act separately. Alfie needed to go to the control room to shut down the power and stop the missiles, while Joshua planted explosives on the Nomad. Alfie ran swiftly to cut the power. As the staff evacuated, Joshua went to destroy the missiles. At that moment, the general ordered the launch speed to be increased, and multiple missiles were fired. Alfie finally reached the control room. If she didn't cut the power quickly, Joshua would be taken out by the missiles. At the critical moment, Alfie managed to shut down all missile power on the Nomad. The launch system lost power, and Joshua narrowly avoided being taken out by a missile. He planted the bomb on the missiles, set it for 10 minutes, and told his daughter to hurry back. As Alfie left, the power began to gradually restore, but the launch system had collapsed. Suddenly, Alfie was drawn to something. She saw many robots resembling her mother. With only 5 minutes left before the explosion, his daughter didn't return immediately. She brought out a mechanical body, intending to revive her mother. Joshua was running out of oxygen and couldn't hold on much longer. Alfie inserted the consciousness storage card into the robot's head, but Maya didn't wake up. Joshua lost consciousness from lack of oxygen, while the launched missiles began destroying AI bases. Time was running out. Alfie had to leave. Alfie hurried back to rescue Joshua, taking him into the airlock. With 3 minutes remaining, he quickly activated the escape pod. Meanwhile, remaining AI cities were targeted by missiles. If the Nomad wasn't destroyed in time, millions of human and AI lives would be lost. As they were about to escape, a mechanical hand grabbed Alfie's leg. Joshua manually closed the escape pod, with 30 seconds left, but was caught by the mechanical beast, unable to move. At that moment, Alfie controlled the machine to save Joshua, but he couldn't open the hatch. Missiles were about to reach the Nomad and explode. The disconnected missiles reached the AI base but didn't explode. They saved many AI cities, but the hatch couldn't be opened, and Joshua couldn't reach the escape pod. He stayed on the Nomad, watching his daughter leave safely. In the collapsing ship, Joshua seemed to see his wife. He couldn't believe he could see his wife again.
Fire!
Joshua!
They ran excitedly and desperately towards each other, hugging tightly, afraid of losing each other again. It seemed nothing could stop their love, not even the world's end. They looked into each other's eyes, saying nothing else mattered as long as they were together. Finally, they kissed, falling with the Nomad, disappearing in the explosion, exuding tragic beauty. His daughter shed tears for her father. The remnants of the Nomad fell on the night city, and both humans and AI shed tears. New Asia had been saved.